Hi, this is Sandy,
And this is Trina.
and we're coming to you from kind of sunny Manteca, California today. It's a little sunny.
It's a kind of sunny
It's a
today.
little sunny.
Right.
So, we are excited. We have a great topic we want to talk about. So, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. We often say that we have these discussions prior to coming on here, and we talk about just different things. And one of the things that came up in our conversation was we were talking about things that we value and that we can put some value on some things. And then, during the course of the conversation, we did uncover, and it's not the first time we've talked about how valuable time is. And so just throughout the conversation, we talked about, you know, just different cliches that come about as it relates to time. And so I'm sure most of you have heard just different cliches, just different comments. One of the things that we said was how precious time is.
Mm-hmm.
And how you can't get time back.
Mm-hmm. Don't let the clock run out.
Don't let the clock run out. You can't buy time,
right?
Even though it's valuable. You can't buy it.
You cannot. So, with all these cliches and with the subject of time in itself, it's such a valuable conversation. And I personally don't think you can get enough of it. I can't get enough of it because it means so much to me.
Mm-hmm.
Once I started to understand that I need to learn to respect time, I started valuing my time differently.
Mm-hmm.
Trina really helped me understand a long time ago, many years back, the importance of time and how it's treated and how it should be respected. That was a game changer for me. I think I've never looked at time the same way. I think time is one of those things that you just can't waste.
Mm-mm.
So that brings us to this subject.
Yeah, don't waste it. But we do know that when you lose someone, time just either goes extremely fast or extremely slow.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of a balance there. That think about balancing it, because once it's gone, you cannot get your time back, and so you have to kind of put boundaries up,
Right.
About how you spend your time.
And how you spend it and what you're doing with it, equally as important. And so as we're grieving and we're going through the process of the loss of a loved one, time can slip away.
Yeah.
Time can get distorted. You can lose a sense of time. By hibernating, by no longer watching the clock, lost in your thoughts, lost in your day, lost in your grief. It can really, really make you have a almost non-existence of time. But yet time is still moving, whether we accept it, whether we acknowledge it, whether we pay attention to it or not. Time does not stop. And that's why it's important for us to share with you, for you not to miss the opportunity and be focused and be mindful that the clock is still running. No matter what our situation, our tragedy, our loss, our pain, our grief, the clock never stops.
Yeah. You got to respect your
you
time.
have to respect the time. And time is one of those things that if you're not mindful, you will lose the sense of it.
Yeah.
And you will look up one day. And I've heard many elders tell me, my kids were small and I was just starting off life, and now I'm at the end of my story. And that's like in a flash. And I think that's true for all of us. We were once doing one thing and we looked up and we're now here. And that's because time never stopped. Yeah. In the midst of all those seasons that we've lived and all those seasons that we've experienced, all the things that has happened in our life. But it is time way of telling us that it waits for no one.
No one. It doesn't. I mean, that's just really kind of the point too, that time waits for no one. And we can see just with even a loss of a loved one,
Right.
we can even kind of just calculate or think back of how many times we wasted times, even being mad or just arguing or whatever it was that caused maybe some disconnect, but also some loss of time.
Right.
Right. So then, I mean, we don't want regrets, but there are some things in life where we do regret. However, right now, we want to task you all with respect the time that you have right now, even in the midst of your grief,
Yes.
even in the midst of your loss. We want you to do something meaningful with your time. And if that means set aside some time just to address some things that are tasks or relationships that are needing tending to, because it is precious. It's it's the only thing you cannot buy more of.
Exactly.
Once it's gone,
it is gone. And
yes,
the one thing we all have in common, and we all say when we experience the loss, is I wish I had more time.
Yeah.
It's one of the first things we say.
Yeah.
So no matter if it's a person who was living life and still very young, and we just assume they had a lot more life to live and they passed early, or if it's someone who's older and they've lived a lot of life but we still thought they had more, it's never enough time.
Yeah.
And that is something that we just need to be mindful of.
Yeah, that's a good point though. Young or old, no matter, right? It's just you don't feel like you had enough time either with that person or to express yourself. So, we want you to treat it as it's this precious cargo, your time.
It is.
Treat it in such a way that you will not let anyone waste it.
Right. Because it is priceless. There's no dollar that you can put on time.
Right.
There's not a store you can go purchase more of. You can't use the weight of your title or your bank account or your whatever. You just can't. We're all equal in that way. And the one thing that we know for sure is I have no idea how much time Trina has, and she has no idea of how much time I have left. But whatever the time is, I always like to think that I'm making the most of it. And that is what we're encouraging.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it definitely complicate the grief process. There are lots of complications in grief, in the bereavements, in the stages, if there is such a thing as the stages, right? Because we can weave in and out of how we feel about the loss. But one of the things that we know is, can I get it back? It's equivalent to not being able to get that person back.
Right.
And so we want you again. I'm going to keep saying it. Treat it as it's just very precious. Like for me, I am intentionally not going to waste my time with things that are meaningless. And that is my promise to me. If nothing else, if it's a meaningless, it doesn't add any value to my life or what I pour into other people's life, I'm not wasting it.
That's a great way to look at it. And another way that some may look at it as you see the loss of a person and then you come to a realization, I don't have any time to waste.
Right.
There is no room to just have relationships or spend time on things that are really not impactful or important or meaningful to your life that you want to spend it on. And the choice is yours, obviously, but we just want you to be mindful. We wanted to just give you some examples and some ideas of how you can view it, because it is such an important, very important conversation to have. And we encourage you to have it with those that you share your time with and get their feedback and their input, how they view time. It's a pretty interesting conversation.
Yes, it is. It is definitely. Well, we hope that you will like and share this video with others. And we hope that the subject, if it needs to expand for you, just go ahead and send us a comment and we will definitely continue with this conversation of time. Because we know, again, how precious it is. That's my thought about time.
I agree with you. And remember, don't forget to visit your lighthouse.
It will help you find your way out of the darkness.
Until next time, friends. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.